Hey yo, what's up everybody, it's Zen JJ. Today we're coming back a video talking about Deeper Network, and of course today's topic itself, after like months of knowing about Deeper itself, some of you guys might be thinking like, is it still worth it to mine? If let's say you have like seen this Deeper Connect like mining for the past 3 months or even like 6 months ago, and after that right now the market is dipping and everything, so you want some answers. So I'm just going to tell you some answers over here. Is it worth it or not? You have to stay tuned to the whole video to basically find out about everything. So I would say on this topic itself, I'm going to cover like previously what have I discussed on the Deeper Network, and of course what is the Deeper Network for those who are new, and of course there's a new set of mining rules for this Deeper Network itself, and of course there's also a sales that is ongoing on the Deeper Network itself, and of course my personal results that I have generated, how many DPR in this month of basically mining for almost like I would say around 4 months or so, and after that from there some thoughts about the new mining ecosystem itself. So right now, without further ado, we are going to jump into the topic itself. If you are not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification, and leave a thumbs up to this video. And of course, before we jump into it itself, I would like to do some disclaimer. Yes, the links down below itself is going to help the channel out with like basically producing all this free content. So if you want to buy a Deeper Network or whatsoever, use the link down below, and of course feel free to use the exchanges that I have recommended for you to trade on the Deeper Network, the Deeper token itself, so you can sell it for cash, and of course from there realize some profits. And of course right now we're going to talk about what is previously what have I basically covered previously on the Deeper Network. So I have a playlist basically dedicated for this Deeper Network itself, the DPR token, and of course previously on my channel itself I have done a topic basically talking about how do you like sell your Deeper the DPR that you have mined from your basically from my mini and Pico. And of course if you want to, you can check out the video, the whole playlist is gonna pop up, just click on it. And of course on the playlist itself I have covered like, is this Deeper Network itself illegal, and of course understanding how does the credit score works. And of course for this Deeper Network itself, you are providing like a VPN, and of course right now we are going to talk about the basic of what is the Deeper Network. If let's say you are first time and of course new to the channel and came across this mining opportunity, and of course you want to look at it. So basically Deeper Network itself is trying to build a decentralized VPN, I mean like a DVPN. Basically we know VPN as the virtual what is that called? I mean the virtual private network. And of course from there we are like tapping onto like those traditional Windscript, Proton VPN, and of course like there is some like Hula or whatsoever. Those free I mean like those company that they own this VPN itself, they own the servers, and after that from there located throughout the whole globe for you to access the information that basically your government like did a censorship on. Let's say you want to visit like YouTube in China, you can't do it. You want to visit Facebook in China itself, you can't do it. So if let's say you're located there and you really want to use the content over there, therefore you will use a VPN. And of course for this itself, Deeper Network itself is trying to basically tackle the centralization that is ongoing with this VPN's network. And of course from there, to be honest, if let's say it's decentralized, I mean like VPN itself, people used to bypass the geographic whatever blockage that the censorship government gives. And of course I would say that there's also a centralized entity that controls all of this. And of course if let's say the government do a cease or I mean like an order for them to basically submit the data information to sell it to them, I mean like if let's say the company is desperate enough, yes they will do it, and after that from there they will sell information. And of course regardless of what disclaimer they put in, yes they are gonna get some lawsuit or whatsoever. But on this itself, Deeper Network is decentralized, so technically everybody that hosts this Deeper network itself, the mini and Pico itself, you are basically providing a network, your internet, you are basically lending your bandwidth to someone else to basically do one, you can say illegal shit. Secondly, doing something that they don't want their ISP to see, somehow illegal as well. I mean like over there's a lot of set of like illegal people doing about VPN. I mean like if you hear about VPN, you will basically think of, oh, this person is going to do some illegal shit. And of course on here itself, Deeper Network is basically your Web3 infrastructure of the user, by the user, for the user. So this over here is everyone that owns this itself. You will basically tap into the Deeper Network, and after that from there you can just use it. And after that basically do not need to worry about like people spying on your network or whatsoever. Even your ISP don't know where you're going, because you're technically connecting towards others people Deeper Network. And after that from the Deeper Pico, or let's say the Deeper mini itself, and after that from there you can just use. And of course on top of that, on this infrastructure itself. On using that itself, right now it is totally free, but of course believe in the future it might just cost something to basically let the system roll itself. So over here they have the product, basically it's the Deeper Mini and Pico, and of course the ecosystem itself, they are trying to build a Web3 infrastructure, and of course the ecosystem that accumulate billions of users. Secondly, basically you can earn from mining, so owning one of these token is owning one of these devices itself, you can generate a revenue of stream just by lending your bandwidth. And after that, from there I would say the rewards itself, we're gonna discuss it later in the part. And of course you can join just by owning one of these, and after that I would say it's super easy to set up. On my playlist I've already done the unboxing and everything. And after that, right now we're gonna scroll down. Over here right now they have basically worldwide 68,000 of these nodes that's running. Basically the Pico, the Mini, Pico, or the Lite basically combined together 68,000 of these nodes that's around worldwide. And of course they have been selling the products to 150 countries, and of course there's like 100,000 threats being like prevented. Basically they also do like malware scanning and everything, so it's like automatically an ad blocker. And of course from there you can buy some Pico Mini. And of course on the ecosystem itself, right now they are still developing it, and of course to be honest, previously on the website itself it looks sketchy, and after that right now it has been revamped. And of course I believe that basically everything here looks more clean. And after that, from there you can see the Unbox Therapy has also done the review on them, so they have quite a lot of publicity. So right now we're going to talk about the new rules that is implementing. So over here on the Deeper network itself, they have just basically revamped or slash I would say nerf or maybe revamp something that is happening on this basic mining 2.0, and after that plus the basic mining for the Genesis and basic mining. So for basic mining itself is the tier that currently, if let's say you want to get into this network, you are only getting the basic mining. So this is what's the tier that I'm getting in. And after that we can scroll down. Basically for Genesis node itself, I'm not going to cover much because I believe not a lot of people own the Genesis node. I mean, this is only for the early days, and after that the rewards that they basically generated is as high as 90% APY, and after that will be remain as the same if let's say they stake for another 6 months. So the longer you stake, the more you get. And after that, how do they restake, blah blah blah. This is the option for the Genesis. I'm just going to talk about the basic mining. So what are the changes? Basically users who want to take part in and after that lock up for your basic mining APY itself, you still can do so before the 1st of June, which is already over. And after that, after the 1st of June, those who want to mine DPR will only take part in the basic 2.0. So this is the new mining over here. So let's say you want to buy a new device or whatsoever, this over here is going to tell you your mining reward can go as high as 60% if let's say you remain you keep your stake for another 6 months before the deadline. So furthermore, the 6 months stake period will not be a lockup, and after that from there you can unlock anytime. So how do you increase your stake? So basically I'm just gonna to increase the stake itself, you just need to head over to the tiers. And of course the basic mining 2.0 itself, this over here is going to basically readjust the APY from time to time. So the API to be adjustable every 3 months depending on the network conditions. So if let's say there is a lot of people joining the network, definitely they're going to readjust the APY, and of course from there to make it sustainable. And of course the over here, how much will the APY change? So over here one may think basically like whatever people are thinking, if let's say there's more nodes onto the network itself, definitely the rewards will get reduced. And after that from there, as long mining rewards does not exceed a certain amount of limit for that period itself. So to be honest, we do not know how much is the limit because it's not really fully transparent listed over here, telling us that okay, every 3 months there's a fixed rewards getting paid of DPR, and after that from there they're going to readjust how, and of course the mechanism behind it, because it's too technical. And of course I believe that they are still working on it somehow. And after that over here, promotional events. So they have been running promotional events. If let's say previously you join, you bought it from the Indiegogo or whatsoever, your APY might be promised at like maybe additional 10% or whatsoever if you stake. And after that from there, these are basically the future updates that is ongoing with this new set of mining rules. So over here with this basic 2.0 itself, there is going to be a 3-month adjustable APY itself. And of course I believe that this basic 2.0 does not require you to lock up your funds, so anytime if you want to withdraw it, you can withdraw. But I believe there is going to be a lockup period of 3 months before you can get all your initial investment back for locking up. So I believe that the unstaking period is around 3 months from what I have seen over here. If I head over to my mining wallet itself, the balance over here, So we on the dashboard, if you head over to your wallet manager, over here you will see like they'll tell you the staking terms and conditions. So over here, staking renewal basically will be automatically entered to the second period if let's say I have not done the unstaking. So for Genesis itself, if let's say you want to do continue earning your 90%, you do not wish to unstake, because if once you click on the unstake button, it cannot be reversed, and of course from there, yeah, your APR is gone and you'll go back to the basic mining, even though you have the Genesis deeper node itself. So over here, distribution 1 unstake, basically you will enter a 3-month linear release distribution phase. So I believe this over here is gonna be distributed to you daily. So if let's say you stake 100,000 of this DPR in, and of course if you next day you suddenly you need cash, and after that from there you want to sell away your DPR token, so you do unstake and you realize that it can't fully release all of your 100k of this DPR that you stake, so they're gonna do it off 90 days. So 90 days itself, you're gonna get a distribution of like, I don't know, 1,000 something of DPR being credited to your Deeper Chain wallet from time to time every day until 90 days. So this is the new rules I believe that is implemented, and of course I would say that if let's say you want to generate some serious cash itself, it is available over here. And after that we say right now what's the sales that is ongoing for Deeper miners. So over here they have this Father Day sale that is going on, basically up to 20% for your Deeper Connect Pico plus the Wi-Fi adapter. If you are buying the Pico itself and you're gonna use it as an individual unit, yes, you will need the Wi-Fi adapter. If let's say you're gonna bridge through your router, what do I mean by bridging? Basically over here, this is one of the Ethernet port, and after that another side is the USB-C Ethernet port. If let's say you're gonna do a bridge, basically your modem, and after that your internet provider's modem towards the Pico, and after that to your main router, basically this over here can do a bridge, and after that from there you can just use it as per normal. If let's say you want to use it as an individual network because you are unsure if let's say this is going to conflict with your network or whatsoever, you can just buy the antenna, and after that from there just let it be an individual router. And after that, I would say the transmission scale itself, how much can it cover? To be honest, with this small device, with this small antenna, you can't really cover like, I don't know, 2 meters or 3 meters away. It won't reach the signal will be weaker by then. So I would say if you want to, you can basically consider either one. And after that, I would say right now they are having a sales 15% and 20% off. And of course, if let's say you really need to use it as an individual unit, definitely you have to buy the Deeper Connect Wi-Fi adapter. Otherwise, you won't be able to connect into this itself unless you basically plug it to your modem. Plug it through your router through your desktop, and from there you can connect it. And after that, right now we're gonna talk about my personal results that I have received, achieved from the Deeper network itself. So over here, for those who have been following the content itself, I have started my Deeper network at the 21st of basically February this year itself. I would say I received my mini and Pico device, and after that I did a staking of this amount. But of course, this over here I already increased the stake to basically I think 30 over thousand to basically achieve the stage 4, if I'm not wrong, the 400 credits one. And after I have not updated this, so basically this is just a general information for you. I'm not gonna post this down below because there's some other basically financial sensitive stuff that I do not want to show. So over here I would say on the 22nd of February itself, I done a snapshot, and after that you can see this is the amount that I generated. And after that from there you can see I already updated from time to time. So over here I basically stake a 10k over there, and after that from there I'm getting like 110 credit score, and eventually I increased my stake over time. And of course over here, this is the latest result as of today. Over here, this is the latest result. For my mini itself, I have generated a total of 15,000 DPR, and after that we're gonna look at the price. For the maximum stake itself, I generated this amount of DPR, and after that put it over here. It is equivalent to $624 within just 4 months of locking up 100,000 of this token itself. So 100,000, how much is it? 100,000 is cost me around 4k, and after that I have made around 600 through this itself. I would say it's quite not bad. Within this 4 months itself, generate around 400 off a 4k investment. Of course previously I bought it was around $10,000 because one DPR itself worth around 10 cents, but right now it's at 4 cents. And after that from there, whoever want to get into this itself, I would say, is this a good time? To be honest, I do not have a crystal ball to basically judge the market. As of now, everything is dipping, and of course I would say everything seems relatively cheap right now. And of course you can see Deeper has been dumping throughout the 3 months of this period itself of when I basically started mining. So over here I started over here like February period it has started dumping all the way, and after that from that it has not recovered since. So I would say they made some huge spike over here. I believe it's due to some of the achievement that they achieved, but of course right now there's some, I mean like the news itself, I mean the price can determine the news itself, so I believe that they have been trying to push for new use case and everything, but eventually it's still dumping. So I would say that over here you might see a maybe 3 cent or even 2 cent in the near future, because the market is still dumping. So I can't really tell you the expected like price zone or whatsoever, but of course if you're doing it for long term, doesn't matter as of now the price. So over here the next thing itself, for my Pico I've generated around 2,000 over, and after that I have did a staking of almost I think 30 to 40,000 of this DPR. So I have total earned I hold around for 140,000 or 1,000, I don't know, 150k or something worth of this DPR itself. And after that from there the generation of this itself is not so bad. So we're gonna do a math over here. Oops. So over here we're gonna do the calculation plus this amount. So this is the amount that I've earned throughout this months itself just by holding the, generating some profits over here. Over here $709 of this US if you want to convert today's rate itself is around $700 if let's say I held it, and of course eventually the price go back to 10 cent itself, this will be basically I think 1.7k or something like that. So I'm just gonna hold the token because I see there is some use case. There's people, the publicity is quite huge, and of course the fund that they raised through their Indiegogo and everything, it is quite crazy as well. And of course I'm gonna give you some thoughts about this Deep Network mining. So I would say as of now, to be honest and clear with you guys, the mining itself, the whole ecosystem right now, they have not mentioned about people using the network and after that from there paying the network. So I see that right now it is just a distribution phase. I would say basically they are just trying to get people on board, and after that from there incentivize people to basically share their notes, and after that from there they distribute rewards. But of course eventually if we think about it, if let's say there's too many rewards being like issued, but of course there is no use case of like burning the tokens or whatsoever, I would say the token is going to happen. It's already happening. The price has been dipping and dipping and dipping because there is a lot of new token being introduced to the supply. Basically they have a max supply, but eventually they need to sustain this over here to basically recycle and use the existing token that is being distributed. So we will really need to see some really hardcore use case, like if let's say you want to use the network for an hour, if let's say you're not a miner or whatsoever, if you want to use it, or let's say they want to do something that is more interesting, they can just sell the device itself without the mining function, and of course from there people will they will just completely stop people from mining, and after that from there whoever existing users, they can continue mining and everything. And of course I would say this is a stupid idea, but of course we need to see some use case of this DPR token being burnt / recycled in the ecosystem. Otherwise the price of this DPR itself will just keep going down like what we are seeing here. If let's say they have a recycle model, like basically if let's say you do a transaction, you want to do a cloud storage with them or whatsoever, they can do that, and after that from there basically just ask people to use the token to burn off something, and eventually the price might just go up higher. So I would say for mining itself, is it still worth it? To answer the question, I would say as of now the price is cheap. 100,000 of this token is just gonna cost you like 4k. 4k itself you can basically 4k itself you can stake for the maximum tier, and after that from there generate very high DPR itself. Every day you're generating around 164 of this DPR, and eventually if you want to hold it, definitely you can try holding it. And of course I would say no financial advice is here, and of course on top of buying this token itself, you will still need to buy the device. So the device itself, honestly I already made back the money. If I sell my token itself, 525 of this US dollar being paid for the device, it has already been covered back through the mining that I've received. I already made like additional 200 on top of that, and of course now I'm trying to make back whatever I'm staking, which seems impossible, but of course eventually within 2 years, the highest staking reward right now they are offering for the mini itself, for the staking tier, 100k you get 60%. So I need at least 1 year and maybe 1.5 years to make 100% back, basically double my DPR. I mean, like if let's say it makes sense, basically the rates that they're offering is 60,000, I mean 60%. So within a year itself, if I continue staking, I am earning 60,000 of this DPR token, and eventually a few more months itself, I can reach 100k, and after that, from there, once I reach 100k, I can basically look at my cost price and sell it off, and eventually, yeah, basically my DPR that I can keep the DPR that I'm staking, and of course, I mean, like, you get the idea. And after that, basically just hold it, and after that generate more, and eventually if let's say the price reach a favorable level, just sell it, and after that, from there, you are basically owning whatever you have already made back through mining. And of course, technically you have a bunch of token, but of course your initial capital is back. So I mean, this is what I'm trying to bring the message across. So I've come to the end of the video. If you like the video, kindly leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notification, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye, peace.